The curl of a vector means that is the directional vector, and the differentiation of directional delta. That means in this equation, that is quite similar to Faraday's law, we can understand del cross E. If it is a certain surface, again I have took a surface, any kind of, it could be any kind of shape, the electric field passes through it, the magnetic field will be produced in the perpendicular side of this surface. Why? Because the electric field and magnetic field both are perpendicular to each other. As you know before, you have done a lot of things. The electric field and the magnetic, H is for magnetic field, and where there is field there is a flux, you know, where there is field there is a flux. So the magnetic flux density, okay, the differentiation of time magnetic flux density creates the electric field. How that it will work? Just think about the Faraday's law. Okay, so there is a certain closed loop, and the current I just go through to it. There is a closed loop, that is a quite a bit parallel closed loop. Okay, that's the direction of current. Okay, and in perpendicular to that or some angle to that, there are some magnetic field. If it is north pole and if there is a south pole, you can get the magnetic field north pole to south pole. Just place this, we have placed it here, and we get this. Okay, the law states, that means the Maxwell's law, that states that if this electric field rotates and cuts the flux, that is the flux and that is the electric field, so both the electric field and certainly the magnetic field or the flux, that is B, magnetic flux density, cut to each other, they produce a torque. They produce a torque. There is an electricity, so the electric field, as it cuts to it, it produces a torque. This torque or this mechanical movement is the force. What is the force? That is known as electromagnetic force. Electromagnetic force. Okay, so that happens. That is time varying magnetic field density. So the magnetic, if the magnetic field density varies with time, it produces electric field. Okay, that is vice versa relation to Faraday's law. dt means small time change, dB means small magnetic field change. That means time varying magnetic field produces electric field. Okay, now just go beyond another point. The point is that the Ampere's circuital law, or the Ampere's law, the fourth part of Maxwell's equation. So the Ampere's law, what does it do? The Maxwell's law, that the Ampere's law that I have told you before in the Ampere's circuital law is like that. If there is a magnetic circuit, and there are some loads, and each load there are some electric field or magnetic field has been distributed in each loads. Okay, the thing will be that is Ampere's circuital law, that states B is equal to mu naught I. Del cross B is equal to mu naught I, but here mu naught J, that is current density. Why that is current density? We have told you before, while I have told you the derivation of Ampere's circuital law. Del cross B, that is the magnetic field. Okay, so if it is a solenoid, just take an example of solenoid. Okay, if a current passes through it, that means electron passes through it in a circulatory position or in a circulatory motion, then this electron passes through, that means that electricity will pass through, and that will produce a magnetic field outside it. And each of the part, if you just double, triple, or just accelerate the electricity, or just deaccelerate the electricity, that means if you increase electricity or decrease electricity, that is proportional to the field, that how much stronger the field it would be, and the field will be perpendicular to the electric field. Okay, where there is electricity, there is the same direction will be the electric field, just perpendicular to it you will get the magnetic field. In that case, we understand that in a closed circuit, that means it will be a closed circuit. I will give you some voltage out of it, and if it is voltage out of it, so there is a closed circuit, and the closed circuit there is electricity in that portion, so we will get definitely a magnetic field produced perpendicular to it. That means curl of B is equal to mu naught J, and that will be mu naught times, mu naught means permeability of free space. Permeability is related to magnetic field, understand, and J is related to current or current density, that means it will be mu naught times J. Okay, mu naught is constant, so J is changeable or variable, so how much current will flow, that will determine that how much magnetic field we will get from it. So now we have make a clear indication of how the four laws are related to each other. Now there are equations that we have to solve. First of all, we have applied divergence to equation 3. That means the Faraday's law equation, this equation. We have taken divergence to each side. Divergence means del dot to each side. Each side. And for this, we get this equation. There is a point that why we take the minus sign in some of the cases. The thing is that we take minus sign because of the Lorentz law. That means the creation of magnetic field opposes to the electric field. The Lenz's law, the Lenz's law, not Lorentz law. In the Lenz's law, we have provided this thing that the thing that creates it, it opposes. So it opposes the cause of creation of the magnetic field opposes to it. Okay, that is the Lenz's law. Now in the left hand side, that is 0, because divergence of a curl is 0, and the right hand side is 0 because the del dot B is equal to 0. Divergence of the that is the equation number 2. Divergence of magnetic flux will be 0, and it is 0 because of the equation takes it to 0. That means curl of a divergence is equal to 0.